This NFL Props Week 16 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBet. WynnBet is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBet has what you need to win. Sign up today, bet $100 and get a $100 free bet at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply. We're also brought to you by our mini helmet contest. The SGP mini helmets are now in the store and we're giving one away for free. Just go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/helmet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/helmet. And football bingo is back, this time for the NFL Christmas Day slate. Feel free to play, and every bingo gets a $100 SGPN gift card exclusively on the SGPN app.
Hey everybody, Joe Theismann here. You're listening to SGPN. So do this, let it ride.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Woo! Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
I don't know if that came through the audio, but it sounds almost like a fire truck's coming towards us because it's hot. I got some bangers.
Yes. Ryan, of course, congrats getting back on the first touchdown heater with your Trevor Lawrence or first touchdown. Nice little
I went back
30-1.
I was like, how was Sean not on this with me?
I got cute. I went Agnew, and I still liked Agnew. Anytime touchdown was like 9-1. He got a red zone look. There was only one touchdown in that game.
Were you watching it?
Yes,
because the way
it was
that
in and out on the.
Oh my goodness, what a sweat! So they drive down. I'm watching with the kids, and I'm like, all right, we all need to root for the quarterback to score. Hand off to Etienne, bang, tackled. Hand off to Etienne. He has
the second one seemed like he had it,
and somehow he went down. And then God bless finally people are realizing that you just have to do the Drew Brees. Drew Brees was like 5'11" and he could pull that off. Trevor Lawrence 6'6", reaches it across, cashes. It was 22-1 when we gave it out, Sean. Somehow when I bet it later on, it was closer to 30-1. So
yeah, I saw someone that had like 35-1. So shout out to you, Ryan, getting back on the first touchdown heater. We got a let's get to it. I mean, week 16 NFL props. Looking to bet the NFL. We're gonna get it on the bowl games. Maybe it's college basketball, NBA, whatever it is. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. Again, man, when you get that Wynn betting app, you're bringing the Wynn experience to wherever you are. Maybe you're. I just avoided the winter cyclone bomb. Was hanging out at the Newark airport. Got flight delayed a little bit. Still got out of there, but while I was waiting, just had a WynnBet casino and sportsbook experience right there in the palm of my hands. And hey, when you're supporting WynnBet, you're supporting the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. All you got to do, go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. Bet $100, get a $100 free bet, limited to state availability. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBet.com. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where place where it is available. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. Chat is alive and well. YouTube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast. Holland Oates, Dylan O'Donnell, Lane Elliott, WV Punch Drunk 1. He's also requesting.
It's smoking my weed.
There you go. This is the Christmas season, the holiday season. We're powering through the holidays. No days off. Literally no days off. WV Punch Drunk 1 already wondering why he can't find a Derrick Henry 4 touchdown option.
I mean, look, if
DegensOnly.
they want to try to make it difficult for us, maybe they offer a 4 touchdown because we've completely blown the touchdown score, the two touchdowns, score,
even
3 touchdown score.
We started by extracting a ton of value, beating the value out of the first touchdown props, then moved on to some 2 touchdown stuff. They've squeezed that We'll keep minding.
Do you remember when Aaron Jones 3 touchdowns was 45 to 1 last
That's
year?
insane.
I mean, think about what that would be today. 12 to 1.
Yeah, like
Maybe 20 to 1.
Well, and that was, I feel like, even when AJ Dillon wasn't involved in the offense as much.
Oh,
right?
no one was betting those props back then. It was new. We were able to dominate. That's just the way it is.
Market movers, Ryan.
All right,
let's get to it. We're gonna give out 5 regular props and a DGen prop for the DGens only. I'm actually pulling up what 3 touchdowns look like. It's 20 to 1 now, Ryan. Aaron Jones. So that's crazy.
There you go.
And that's against a super soft Green Bay defense.
With him splitting. I mean, Miami defense. And that's him splitting. It seems like Dillon's healthy. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, let's start with that game.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers over 1.5 passing touchdowns. It's only plus 100. He's gone over this in 9 of his 14 games.
He seems to be syncing with the new receivers, the rookie receivers. He's still really pissed off at them, but they seem to be bonding a little bit more.
First game, he had all his offense back, but it was in the cold of Lambeau Field. Now they're down in Miami. I got to imagine this. I keep looking at this game as a potential shootout. So Aaron Rodgers to go over 1.5 passing touchdowns at plus 100. I mean, for reference points, who did I? Oh, I think I said like Nick Foles is basically the same price as Aaron Rodgers here, which is just like, what are we doing, guys?
Also,
it's almost like someone's trying to give out an over on Zach Wilson.
All right, for me, I'll stick to that game for my first one. Give me Tyreek Hill over 86.5 receiving yards. I mean, they just came off the road, 3 road games. Now they come back home against this soft Green Bay Packers defense, which you can throw on. You can also run on them. So maybe he doesn't get a ton of volume, but even when he doesn't get a ton of volume, he can still get you a shit ton of yards. 86.5 feels low. Like him getting 100 yards feels really good in this situation.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on team over today. I don't know. Everything looks good to me. Even with all this bad weather, there's just great spots.
Yeah. I mean, the overs are easier to, I don't know. The overs are just more fun. Let's be honest.
We're here for entertainment. I'll give you 2 at the same time because they're from the same game.
Okay.
One, obviously, I told you on the pick show as you were picking the Cleveland Browns, this is going to be a Taysom Hill game. We're now hearing it be like there's a lot more wide reporting going on that suggests that Taysom Hill is going to be involved. This rushing total has gone up from 30.5 to 37.5. Still like it. Don't care. Stay tuned to later. I got more Taysom Hill for you. But on the other side of this game, so I'm going Taysom Hill over 37.5 rush yards. I'm also going Kareem Hunt over 34.5 rushing yards. Sean, listen to this.
I'm listening.
This is going Nick Chubb was on their injury report. Now he's off the injury report. Folks are suggesting that Nick Chubb is not 100% healthy. And this could be Kareem Hunt's last ever game in Cleveland. Sounds like he wants to stick around. Sounds like he's got a lot of buddies on the team. Perhaps one more show out game. It's going to be horrible weather. I got to imagine the Browns with that 30-mile-an-hour wind are going to hand the ball off 35 plus times. So give me Kareem Hunt over 34.5 rushing yards. One last time. He's an SGP guy.
Yeah. No, and he just hasn't. He's just. I haven't played many props on him. I feel like I haven't used him in DFS because he's getting like single digit touches. But this does seem like the exception.
Yeah, and so again, like if you look back to when he was receiving 10 plus carries, he basically goes over this every time. So with the assumption that Chubb gets 20 plus, Hunt gets another 10 because there's just going to be so many carries to go around. Give me the over. No one's throwing the ball in this game unless it's Taysom Hill.
Did you see what Andy Dalton's passing yards prop? It's like down to like 140 or something. Insane.
I know it won't.
Him and Malik Willis are battling it out for the smallest amount of passing yards. I think these are like historic numbers because, again, like they've only been offering props on quarterback passing yards for what, like maybe the past 4 or 5 years. It's a relatively new market price, basically making every game the Super Bowl as far as props. So you're seeing some historic between the cold weather and the shittiness of the quarterbacks. You're seeing some historic lows as far as passing yard props.
Yeah. So Dalton is 138.5 now. I think that was as low as 131 maybe. Watson is at 148.5. Obviously that game is just destroyed with weather. I know Ritter's prop was quite low. It's now at 142.5. Tyler Huntley's is even 167.5. To put this in perspective, and shout out to our guy Justin Fields, because you mentioned lowest on the board. It's actually Justin Fields at 133.5.
Jesus.
How do you even play? I mean, all right. So the prop here is like just you should offer this if you're listening, Fun Books. You should offer this as a passing versus rushing yards and give out a rushing yards plus 300 or something.
Well, I think his rushing yards, I looked at them, they're like low 70s. So,
okay, so yeah, probably like 4 or 5. That's fun. All right, so yeah, I just gave out Hunt over 34.5 and Hill over 37.
I know we just talked about how low Malik Willis's passing yards are and how they, Derrick Henry. I'll give out these two back to back because they're both from the Titans. Derrick Henry over 109.5 rushing yards. We've mentioned it. He's had like back to back 200+ yard games against the Texans. The weather suggests he's just going to be running all over them. And it's going to be cold. Do you really want to tackle Derrick Henry? The answer is always no. Even if they load the box against him and Malik Willis, he just seems to get so many yards. 109.5 feels like a gift. I also, in this game, I'm going to take Okonkwo anytime touchdown at plus 390.
Are they going to hand it off?
No, but he even in these Malik Willis starts, he's in the 2 Malik Willis starts, he got 5 targets, which doesn't sound like a lot of targets. By Malik Willis standards, that's like a crazy target share. If he is going to throw the ball, it's almost going to certainly be to Chig, his boy. If they do any sort of boot action stuff, Chig's going to be there. I mean, I love Chig at plus 390. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Good luck. And I missed his. 121.5. Malik Willis, lowest total on the board. 121.5. That's insane.
Yeah, I still like Chig. I mean, I would probably take his over receiving yards because again, he can get it in one play. His yards after the catch are insane. It's going to be something like comically low, like 7.5.
Sorry, I was looking at Malik Willis's game log. Start number 1, 6 of 10. Start number 2, 5 of 16. So they really let him start throwing.
So that's what I'm saying. Imagine you have a guy that has 5 of those targets.
All right. Good luck. I mean,
he's going to get like a 30% target share.
All right, moving on. Good luck. This isn't quite Zach Wilson, but I worry for you betting on a passing prop.
Colby is my dad. 420 is turning on Colby. Wow. Has Colby ever watched college football? Jesus, he's getting crushed for bowl season.
Oh wow. Do we need to have a?
Oh my God.
The problem is if we have a serious conversation with Colby about it, he'll just get really upset about the state of the bowl games.
Yeah.
And why it's
Don't
bullshit.
get him started.
I mean, not to pull back the curtain, but once upon a time, Colby previewed every single bowl game with its own episode. All right, next up, another over. Jerick McKinnon, over 21.5 receiving yards. This was just a simple play.
Oh, yeah.
Almost like the math hasn't caught up yet. But if you just, you look at the way he's being used, you look at splits at home, we're talking about almost locked in for 6 to 8 targets. 6 to 8 targets, easy gets him over the 21.5 receiving yards. And been paying close attention to him because he's helping carry me potentially to $1 million FFPC championship. So Jerick McKinnon over 21.5 receiving yards. Almost like the math is just breaking this prop. It's too low.
Yeah, no, I gave him out on the DFS show. Love him for props as well. I'm going to steal one of your DFS plays, Ryan. KJ Osborn over 32.5 receiving yards. Now, he's coming off a historic game where he had like 156 receiving yards. I don't expect him to get there, but it feels like he's carved out a nice, third receiver role here, and second receiver, maybe even he might even get more targets than Thielen. I think he's really competing after that Justin Jefferson, and you can throw the ball against this Giants team. I mean, we saw what Devonta Smith did against them. 32.5 receiving yards, even though he's coming off a career game, feels low, right?
I mean, what I pointed out on the prop show or on the DFS show is I thought the Giants would do stuff to try to make Jefferson harder to throw to. So it's either Thielen or Osborn. Osborn just seems like he's
got the hot hand.
And fun fact, Sean, outside of the Green Bay Packers and Miami Dolphins, which is a 50-point total, the Giants and the Vikings is the second highest total on the board at 49.5. So. Projects to be some points in that one. I'll stay in that game.
Well, Ryan, before you do that, time to shout out our good buddies, Dave. That's right. Dave is the financial app that just think of it as your good friend, right? Holidays. I was doing my some last minute shopping. It's always, oh man, it's just a nightmare going in there And then they go out, what do you want? You're looking around. Oh, wait. Luckily, there was one left. Save Christmas there. But again, we've all been there where you're trying to get that last minute gift for the wife, the girlfriend, the wife and the girlfriend, depending on your relationship. Whatever it is, you need the extra bucks around the holidays, and Dave is here to help. Dave is a banking app that can get you up to $500 instantly with extra cash. With Dave, there's no interest, late fees, or credit checks, making it super simple to get those last-minute expenses out of the way. Get rid of your stress so you can just sit back, relax, watch some NFL on Saturday and Sunday, and have Dave help you out with the bills. Download the Dave app now from the App Store right now. Just go to dave.com/SGPN, dave.com/SGPN. Sign up for an extra cash account and get up to $500 instantly. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. Instant transfer fees apply. Banking services provided by Evolve Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Sounds like people are saying we should replace Colby with Dave. maybe we'll get some better picks in the college bowl picks.
All right, I'm not opposed to that. We'll see if Dave. I mean, Dave's giving out free cash. May as well.
Unlike Colby in these bowl picks. All right, Dan. Next staying in the Viking game.
Yeah.
Dan Jones over 30.5 rushing yards. It just simply pull up the Packers game log and look at every time they played a mobile quarterback. Eagles 11 for 57. Bears 8 for 47. Cardinals 6 for 36. Bills 6 for 84. Mobile quarterbacks go over their rushing total against the Vikings. They're in the dome. I have a sneaky suspicion this is one play because I got a lot of Dan Jones in one basket this weekend.
Oh no!
So
the all-in Dan Jones time.
Over 30.5 rushing yards. Bit on the low side. I mean, you don't even remember him running for a ton of yards in many games this year, but he has gone over this total 6 out of whatever it is, even against good defenses. So Dan Jones over 30.5 yards.
What is Saquon's receiving yards? Because that one was interesting to me, but I feel like it was
a little inflated.
Yeah.
His rushing yards low. I mean, if you're going to play anything, 71.5 for the rushing yards, assuming he gets 18 to 20 carries, it doesn't seem like that's even possible. Do they have a receiving yard prop for him? Let me see. 24.5.
Yeah.
I mean, 8 targets last week? 8 targets maybe the last 2 weeks. So, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, 24.5 feels low.
He's back.
I know we both playing him in DFS this week. Still hanging on. I would like to do Marquis Goodwin, some props for him, but it seems like his status is up in the air. He didn't practice yesterday, Thursday. I don't know if they're gonna do a walkthrough or whatever on Friday. Maybe they were just resting him. He did get a full practice in earlier in the week, but man, I love that matchup against the Chiefs. There are no props out there now because of his status, but I think he is going to be a fun DFS play, assuming he's healthy. We'll go over that and all sort of the late DFS stuff on the pregame show. We're going to be doing instead of the Sunday pregame show, since Saturday is the full slate, we'll be doing that tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific. All right, Ryan, give me
real quick.
Yeah.
Chad is pointing out that the Viking center is out, which is I know we briefly discussed this on the pick show, but it's an old guy injury. Had a back injury, got in a car accident, aggravated it. I like the angle. Was not able to find a sexy Dexy stack prop yet, but I will absolutely maybe even just bet the Giants over in sacks.
What do you think that would be?
I mean, if I was pulling up someone who resembles, like, so Ngakwe on Indy is plus 205 to go over 7.5. Cam Hayward on the steal
0.75.
0.75. What did I say?
7.5.
Cam Hayward, another similar type player.
No, but I mean, what's like the total sack prop you think for the Giants? 3.5?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it'd probably be 4.
Okay, yeah, because I feel like Cousins
4.5
has been eating the ball a ton, and
Giants D line's also healthy. I keep saying this, but this will be the third game all year they've had that front four, so expect to see more sacks like they have gotten in the Washington games.
For me, Carolina Panthers, what do? All they do is
suck.
They do suck, but they run the ball. Foreman, and he does okay against softer defenses. This Detroit Lions defense, especially after a back-to-back road game, their rush defense, I think, is going to be susceptible. I mean, Foreman, I think, will get probably 15 to 20 carries. Over 55.5 rush yards feels really low for a guy that I think he'll get like 80 easily, because it doesn't even have to be like a super impressive game. He could be like, I don't even like him for DFS because I don't think he's involved much in the pass game. Can't guarantee he's going to get touchdowns. I can guarantee he'll get yards simply by volume. Like it'll be, 19 for 65 or 20 for 72. It doesn't even have to be pretty. He just seems like the lifeblood of their offense.
Yeah, honestly, I went down this path, and I didn't look specifically to where the number is, but I did look. Hey, when's the last? Did you know the Lions haven't given up a 100-yard rusher since week 7? Or as it to a team? Sorry, entire team. That's crazy. That feels counterintuitive, right?
Really?
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, now that being said, there were plenty of times they got over 60, 70, 80.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, 55.5 feels.
Just something to know. It came to my attention because of how bad the Giants did against them. And so, yeah, just keep tracking it. They continue to shut. Last week versus the Jets, shut them down. Vikings the week before, shut them down.
Yeah.
I don't know, weird anomaly. Can't believe they're a good defense.
Who?
The Lions.
Oh yeah. Well, are they a good defense?
They're shutting down the running game. I don't know. What does that mean?
I don't know. I still think Foreman gets there. 55.5 feels way too low. Oh, Benedict Dantold. He's got a.
I like that.
I'm going to dub this the hater parlay. He's got Tyler Huntley, Justin Fields, Malik Willis, each under a half passing touchdown, parlayed together at plus 1050.
Solid.
I mean, I certainly like it better than them all those guys to throw a passing touchdown.
Oh yeah, Fields will fuck us though. He's trying really hard.
Laser Focus 420 pointing out they didn't. I can't keep track if these are new guys or they've just reworked their name. He didn't shut down the Cowboys' run game. That's a good point.
They had 140 yards. That was the last game that they.
Yeah, where they really got gashed. All right, Ryan, you got any more regular props?
Just pointing something out, and I don't know how we best approach this, but I went through all the defensive touchdown props this week, and I think because the totals are lower, it screwed up something with the algorithm. So I'm going to list. Maybe we do a whole bunch of like two-way parlays. All right, listen to this. Fading Josh Allen. Bears are plus 850, which is astronomical for a team defense
your anytime touchdowns. Yes.
Yeah. Titans is 7-1 against the Texans, which seems way off.
Okay.
Saints is 9-1. 9-1. That game's going to be disgusting. In fact,
against Deshaun Watson.
I wrote both down.
Know when to call.
Browns 750, Saints 9-1. These are all way. I mean, normally we're talking 4, 5, 6-1. Ravens plus 650 against a horrible rookie quarterback. Commanders 8-1 against Brock Purdy. First tough defense he's going to see. And your Philadelphia Eagles, cheapest price I pulled out, 6-1 against the Cowboys. Have they not been watching Dak Prescott? So I don't know what we do with this. There's 7 of them. Maybe we. What do you think? Round robin by 2s. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So what? 7 times 6 is 40 minus the. That would be a good amount of bets. I'll post something on Twitter, but I'm going to do something with these defensive touchdowns this week.
All right.
There's going to be some defensive scores.
Walk me through those. The what you have 4 there, right?
Bears 850, Titans 7-1, Saints 9-1, Browns 750, Ravens 650, Commanders 8-1, Eagles 6-1. There's 7. Now I'm really tempted to just parlay the Saints and Browns together. What would that? I mean, I'll post it on Twitter. But those 7, just the price is wrong. Bob, what's your DGens prop?
Yeah, I like of those Titans and Eagles are my favorites.
You don't like the Saints or the Browns? That game's gonna be fucking.
No.
Gross.
I think you hit on something.
Why is it so high?
Well, and you were saying it, and I think there's probably something with the pricing algorithm where, as the total goes down, the price for anytime touchdowns goes up. But in a weird way, it should be the opposite for defensive touchdowns. Because if you're saying it's going to be a defensive struggle, in some ways that creates more opportunities, right?
Yeah, and I think now the chat WB Punch Drunk is pointing out maybe you sprinkle the defensive touchdown and the no touchdown.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's the other one we got.
I couldn't find no touchdowns yet. There a lot of the weather games they're holding back. Obviously, they're scared. They're scared of the what's it called? Winter cyclone bomb.
Yeah, it's got some like
it's like a Fortnite level. What are we doing, guys? The cyclone bomb is coming. All right, you want me to go first?
Bomb cyclone, they call it.
Bomb. So
What
you can't even discuss that at the airport, Sean.
No.
Be careful. Be careful out there, guys.
This one is more powerful than the most. The bomb cyclone is coming. Now, come on, get over yourself. All right, DegensOnly. I mean, how do you not take a little slice of Gardner Minshew playing some inspired football against the Dallas Cowboys? Literally going out swinging his sword. Dallas Goedert, 2 touchdowns, 20-1 against the Dallas Cowboys. Right.
Okay.
Coming back. Sounds like he could have came back probably last week. They were playing it extra cautious. Cowboys against the tight end. I like our chances. I feel like Goddard historically has done well against the Cowboys. So
Well, you grew up a Cowboys fan, right?
no,
We don't talk about that.
no.
Okay. All right. Show play, system play. Taysom Hill 3 touchdowns.
Yes.
140-1. If you want to be
I
conservative.
mean, I said, are you going to play the Taysom Hill anytime touchdown? Because I was going to give it out, and you just like got a glint in your eye. You go something like that.
Well, and shout out to Dalton Cates. He's out there.
He's on there shopping
suffering from the same problem that we have, Sean, which is all they let us
Daring to dream.
all they let us do is get down for a couple dollars on these. We're too sharp. Which is funny because these are the absolute. Wouldn't you want someone to bet $100 on this? Wouldn't you want, like, if you were a sports book, wouldn't you want to take all the action you could on 3? You know how many times Taysom Hill has scored 3 touchdowns in his career?
How many times?
1 time this season.
Okay.
It's possible, but you don't want to take action on that? Come on. I tell you this, he hasn't played 140 football games.
No.
So 1 out of 140.
Plus EV,
Massive EV. All right, we got to do another episode, Sean.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a best ball fantasy football best ball underdogfantasy.com promo code SGPN 100% deposit bonus. If you haven't signed up already, sign up. We're going to be back on the live stream here youtube.com/sportsgambling podcast in a little bit, talking strategy. Probably, I'm assuming we're doing a live draft as well, right?
At least one.
Yeah, at least one, maybe 2, because they go pretty quick.
Yeah, I figure we'll pop it up, see how quick the first one goes. Maybe we do a second.
Yeah. All right. And like I mentioned, we are doing the pregame show tomorrow. So adjust your calendars there. Get in Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon.
Sean, if they subscribe to the YouTube channel, they would
Turn
already
those notifications
They would
on.
already see there's a scheduled broadcast tomorrow, so they can click that little bell, notify me when it starts. It's like a double notification.
Ding. There you go. Hey,
We need a custom. What would the custom sound drop if we could make our own YouTube notification? Pac-Man.
oh, I mean, that one's pretty good.
Yes, sir. Like if your phone just said that when
Your phone goes, dong. Oh, the guys are live. Dong.
Oh, we got to figure that out.
Benedict Dantle pointing out he lost me. They're really going off on Colby and his.
Sean, we tried to tell Colby not to fade America.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it, but I tweeted out, imagine fading the U.S. Air Force.
It was one of my favorite plays of the bowl season.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Well,
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
tune into the next bowl pick show for our picks, not Colby. Maybe we won't have Colby on. Maybe we'll have Nick on.
Well, Colby might be dead. We'll see
Okay.
how he does.
Yeah, we'll check into him.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
Hey, Christmas bingo, again, free to play on the SGPN app. The mini helmet contest, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/helmet, also free to enter. For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green, and he is Ryan.
Taysom Hill, let's go.
Kramer, let it ride.